I'm Tony. Not only did I play in Survivor Cagayan Season 28, I also won the season. I played once, I won once. I'm here my second time around, and hopefully I bring home the gold again. You know, winning is great. Winning twice is even better. And not only that I have a chance to win again, but for so many years now, we had a queen of Survivor, Sandra. She's got a double crown, and she's here today for a triple crown. And it's like, we've never had a king. So that throne has been empty for so many years now. So not only do I get the throne if I win, but I also get to put a blemish on Sandra's record. She's flawless right now. She's 2 for 2. There's nobody else like that. So that's more than, well, not actually, the $1 million is the most important, but the cherry on top is the throne. I want the throne. I don't want the title of Sole Survivor. I want the title of King of Survivor. That's what I'm looking for on top of the $1 million. My strategy coming into this game is the same strategy I had in the beginning. If I can't lie to you, I'm gonna lie about you. If you're not gonna vote with me, I'll find somebody that's gonna vote with me. It's as simple as controlling the votes. If you can control the votes in this game, you're gonna control the whole game all the way to the end. And that's what it's about. So I gotta find any means necessary to control the votes. And that's my only strategy, is to control the votes. No matter what it takes, I have to control the votes. It's gonna be like, if I set my sights on a target, I gotta be like a heat-seeking missile. I gotta make sure my target goes home the day I want them to go home. It worked for me on Cagayan. Everybody I targeted, they went home, I won the game. So that's my strategy this time. Control the votes. You know, the first time I played on Cagayan, I had a lot of faults, a lot of flaws, and there's no correcting that. There's no way that's who I am. That's how I play. It boded well for me then. So I guess I don't want to try to change anything about myself, because it's who I am. Being spontaneous, being impulsive, saying things I'm not supposed to say, doing things I'm not supposed to do. That's who I am. So if I try to correct that, it's probably gonna not do too well for me. So I'm just gonna play the same game. I'm gonna be who I am, and I'm gonna go out there and just do what I do best. Read people, adapt to situations, and just do what I can do, you know? I believe I'm a game changer because I created the Spy Shack. I've sworn on my relatives' graves, which I really meant at the time, but I was able to break it. I was able to put emotion to the side and do what was best for me in my game. I found multiple idols. I found a special idol with no clues, and I was able to bluff about his special powers, which I think worked, and it got me all the way to Final Four. I voted out my closest ally, which was Trish. It hurt me a lot to do it, but I had to do it to move on. Some people just can't distinguish between real life and the game, and I was able to do that. And I believe all those game-changing moments really helped me win the game, and that's why I'm here again today. Hopefully I can change the game again. When I played in Cagayan, there were so many times I should have been voted off that island. I mean, I was just loud, I was obnoxious, I was in your face. Everybody see me coming a mile away. Spencer, Tasha was screaming, get rid of him, get rid of him. And they didn't vote me out. I think it has a lot to do with who you are as a person also, because for 71 hours that you're there, you're a person. You know, you're sharing rice, you're sharing stories, and you know, maybe there's a few hours of strategizing, but when you're there, it's real life. And you know, I was being persuasive to people, I was being real to people, I was relating to people, you know, and I was being a human being. I wasn't being a llama. You know, maybe I was a llama once or twice for a few minutes, but for the most part, I was a human being, just like they were. And I guess that helped a lot for not getting voted out. The best quality I have for this game is actually what's needed to win this game, and that's adaptability. And that's, instead of being a challenge beast, you have to be a strategic beast. Everybody's so concerned about challenge beasts. But you have to be a strategic beast, you have to be adaptable, and you have to be able to read people. So this time around, everything's got to be situational. I have to custom tailor my strategies as the game goes. You know, a lot of people say, oh, Tony won the first time, it could have been a fluke. Tony won the first time, but he was a one-trick pony. You know, they can say all that. But when you're playing the game, you have to know who you're playing with. So what they played in previous seasons has nothing to do with how they're going to play this time. So once I start talking to them, once I start reading them, once I start adapting to the situations, that's when you start coming up with new things and new ways to persuade them, new ways to influence them. And it's just, you have to be able to play with them before you can come up with some kind of idea of how you're going to do the same thing to make it all the way to the end. It's just going to have to be situational. What helped me big time in Survivor Cagayan was we just kept winning all the challenges as a team. So we didn't have to go to tribal council. And that's when you had time to like bond with people. You had time to just make it deep into the game, you know, and that's what helped big time. So hopefully this time I'm on a team with some, like I said, there's a lot of challenge beasts on this season. So I'm hoping to be on a tribe with some of these challenge threats, challenge beasts, so we can keep winning challenges, so we don't go to tribal council, because the least amount of time you spend in tribal council, the better your game's going to be.